J-Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. And we got a lot going on to talk about, and we break it down. I'm going to put the link in the description. Feel free to comment and hop in if you want to chat. But I am going to have first come, first serve. So, you know, if you ain't one of the first to get in, you ain't going to be one of the ones to get served. You know what I mean? Anyway, a lot going on. Unfortunately, a lot of news. I had to put a couple things in the title. Unfortunately, if you all didn't hear about it or see it, it is a video of ICE, unfortunately, shooting a woman in Minnesota and taking her out the game. And it's very messed up if you see this video, because the lies that come after, like the dude that did it, he wasn't in danger of being ran over, is clear. And they just run up to the person's car trying to open the door and yank him out, and she tried to pull away, and it was another car in front that pulled away, and she tried to pull away, and dude aired it out, and she just drove into another car and crashed, and you could see that she was popped in the dome, which, you know, they just can execute you on the street. Turn out it was a white lady too. Right now in Minnesota, it is protests. Everybody is tripping, going wild. And man, they popped her in the head though. Like, that's the death penalty on the streets. And then what's even crazier is after that happened, dude just like walked off, got in the car and pulled off. Wow. It's out here. It's real in the field, y'all. Straight up. Let me put this link in this comment if anybody want to come up and chat. And then I'm also, let's get to some of these comments that's in there. What up, my man? Who else? Dame Dollar in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, fam. Got Charlie Sylvia. Is WW3 starting? Well, the reason I put WW3 is because we know, I hope most of us heard, that the U.S. went into Venezuela and captured the president, Maduro, which is a lot going on with that. But here's why I said about the WW3 is because after they did that, it's got a lot to do with oil and things. But then the U.S. just seized an oil tanker leaving from Venezuela that was going to Russia. So now, what we gonna take Russia's oil tankers, or what? Venezuela was being protected by them. We gonna take it and stop it. Now what? That's bringing us in conflict with Russia, as well as what maybe some people don't know about Greenland. And why they want to do that is because Greenland is really close to Russia also. And at the top of the world where the Arctic Circle is, has been mostly frozen, but now it's melting. A lot of oil, resources, different things. And they want to take that. But also Russia and other countries that's up there, but more importantly, Russia, they up there. They want those resources. So now what? We about to be fighting Russia for resources? Then it's also possibly rumored, allegedly, that maybe the U.S. may have let some of this happen with Ukraine. So Russia will let some happen. Man, there's so much going on. I got some articles I'm going to bring up and we can read and share. But it's a lot going on right now, for real. My girl, Encouraging Warrior, what's up, mama? How you doing?
Hey, Papa Rojas. What's good?
Not much, not much. I'm all good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I see you want dress more relaxed this time. You ain't got the whole Big Papa get up with the Gucci shirt and the
Ah,
black shades.
baby. Oh,
Like
nah, I wasn't at church today.
the way things is going nowadays, you maybe we need to start going to church.
Hey, you know what? You ain't. Hey, that may not be a bad thing because that's about the only thing gonna really put everything together is the Lord. Because I mean, and I'm being very serious. I know it may sound corny or joking, but it's a lot going on.
Mhm.
What person gonna fix it? What group gonna fix all this stuff? Like I can go on for a lot of stuff from pollution, like the ocean with all that plastic and garbage. You know, it's affecting ecosystems, fish, all kind of stuff. You know, we got a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of problems. You know, and wow.
That's the scary part. Like all the stuff that we hearing on mainstream media, that's only an inkling of all the stuff that's really going on in this world.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like, I mean, ain't nobody really talking about the global warming. They talking about the icebergs is like melting at a rapid rate.
mhm.
Pretty soon we gonna wind up being underwater.
Yeah. If you're on the coast, you're gonna be in trouble. I mean, it's January what 7th. It was 50 degrees today in Indianapolis. It was 50 degrees.
Jay, it was hot as hell over here in Georgia. Like it was people literally barbecuing the day before Christmas.
I mean, and they steadily saying this and that ain't gonna happen. But here's the real problem with that maybe people don't think about. And this is what's really gonna make it worse. So, like you say, global warming and things, climate change, however people want to say, whether it's man-made or not, or influence is happening. But here's the problem is that, and I don't want to say the exact amount because I don't remember, but it's millions of people that live in coastal cities around the world. And as those cities flood and the water rise, it's not only the wealthiest cities may be able to protect it or put up seawalls or maybe slow it down, but the majority of cities, those places, those people are going to have to move eventually. I mean, like, as they're not going to stand there and drown. That's not human nature. So as places become flooded, they're gonna move. It's people talking about the border and stuff before. What do you think is gonna happen to all the places around the world when all of these people have to move because they can't live in these places? And then that's gonna put pressure on housing, big pressure.
Hmm.
You got all these people around the world that have to move from places, low-lying areas. That's going to put a pressure on housing, put a pressure on water and resources, and it's going to start wars because people going to want to fight or not let people in, or people going to be doing this or that. It's just going to be ugly.
You know, it reminds me of that movie back in the day with Morgan Freeman. Remember that movie called Deep Impact?
Yeah, with the asteroid or whatever.
Imagine something like that. I mean, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I hope that nothing like that happens in my lifetime, but I'm just saying, like, where do you think these people get these concepts like this for these movies? Like, they just don't make stuff up. I mean, look, just like you, I'm a conspiracy theorist too, and I'll be thinking about stuff that's outside the box, you
Hmm.
know, and I really be thinking about like, dang, what if, you know, it is some kind of meteor or something that's slowly but surely coming in our path? Is there any kind of emergency systems to let us know? But I guess they won't until the last minute, like, because they don't want to cause any kind of panic, which is understandable. But dang, you got to give people a heads up, you
Well,
know, so they can prepare.
I got an answer to that. There is systems that will notice and but they won't necessarily warn everybody because ain't nowhere
Mhm.
for everybody to go. But they'll warn the people that they want to warn. But even if they went somewhere and survived in a bunker or something, I mean, the rest of the place may be tore up. Who knows? But they do have like stuff out there, but I don't think we have to worry about that. I mean, at least Jesus didn't say an asteroid was going to take us out. So,
I mean, you ever watch this one reality show? I think it's this guy, and he be preparing for the for the end of the world and all that stuff, and they be like creating these bunkers and stuff
well,
underground.
it does talk about that in the Bible that people will be in caves and underground and that they'll be trying to live, but it ain't going to work. People will die, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, I think a bunker and underground stuff is useless for that type of stuff. I think it's only good if you're trying to get away from people.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's an asteroid or all that stuff, what you gonna live for how long? You know what I mean? Like if everything is destroyed, it's over, really, right? What you gonna live
It's
in a
like
bunker
an
for what?
episode of the Twilight Zone. You
Yeah,
wake up like that. What I'm
like
telling you, I
everything
just
else.
recently saw an episode like that, man,
Hmm.
and the whole world was just blown up, and he got up from the rubble, and because all he wanted was to read books. That's all he wanted to read, but he just kept getting irritated and stuff. His wife wouldn't let him read no books. He couldn't read books on the job. The only time he was able to read books is when he took a break inside the bank vault because he worked as a bank teller on the
I
show.
think I seen this maybe. No, I
I'm
saw it
telling
was
you,
he could
it's a
stop
good
time.
episode, man.
I saw one where he could stop time. He had like a
Oh yeah.
yeah, and he would go and rob banks or whatever and went in the bank vault. And when he would stop time, he would go and steal. And then he had dropped the stopwatch and it broke. And so now
Wow.
fix it, and everybody was stuck forever. So he was like, "Oh no, ain't no point in having money and doing nothing. Now everybody is frozen." And so then he realized his mistake or whatever. Like, well, if everybody gone, what you doing? You just sitting here waiting your turn, basically delaying the inevitable.
I mean, if I was able to have that ability, I mean, I think I would be stuck in the. I know people may disagree, but I would like to bring back the '80s. You know, that I
80s was
like that
'80s.
era.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
things a little bit more differently. You know what I'm saying?
no Reagan.
Exactly.
Well, it's a lot going on in this world, and man, I don't even know. I'm gonna show y'all a couple things right here on this on YouTube, some stuff, man, that's a little wild. But let's see. So this dude, let me go where it was. Oh man. Did you see this about what happened in Minnesota?
Nah, I was hearing bits and pieces what you was talking about.
All right, here, look at this, man. I'm gonna play this video. Shout out to Kyle Kalinske on Secular Talk. He one of the little news people.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Hold on. He one of the little news channel guys I watch every now and then. He be on it. But I'm gonna skip to some of the part where you all can see what happened. All right, so I'm gonna let this play. Is it playing? Let me double check. It's playing on my screen. All right.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, look.
In the face, a murder. There's no other way to refer to this other than murder. There was a ICE murder where an ICE Gestapo thug shot a woman in the face when she was trying to drive away because she was being harassed and pestered by agents who were, Lord only knows what, trying to...
And I'm gonna pause this a little bit and talk because I don't want to necessarily get flagged and have the video. People can't see it too much. But what I was about to say is it's a big protest going on in Minnesota right now. But I'm gonna let this part play, and then You tell me. Now they're lying, saying that the ICE agent shot this woman because he was in danger of his life. And now Trump and them are even lying, saying the ICE agent is in the hospital and that he had to, you know, just watch this. Y'all tell me. All right. Am I tweaking or what?
This is a hard video to watch, but I think you guys should see it. You're not going to actually see the blood in this video, but you're going to hear the shots, and the shots did result in a woman being absolutely murdered. So let's take a look, and then we'll have a lot to say about it. So ICE pulls up. One ICE officer gets out of the car.
This the woman car right here.
Now, I should point out, right before this, another car, like, U-turned and got out of there, right? And this woman is trying to do the same thing. Here we go. So I don't know if you heard that. One of the ICE officers said, "Get out of the fucking car."
Right.
Okay?
No! Shame! Shame! Oh my...
That was a murder. So watch what happens.
No!
She backs up. She's getting ready to leave, to turn right and leave. And they're trying to force their way into her car. There's 3 ICE agents here, one right by her door, one the front left of the vehicle, and one standing about 8 feet away, right? As she turns to leave, the officer that's the furthest away from us here starts shooting
Talking
through the
about this
windshield
guy
at her
right
face.
here.
No! Shame! Shame!
Right there.
Oh my fucking God!
That's murder.
What the fuck? What the
She
fuck?
just crashed into the car right there.
What the fuck did you do?
She's dead. She's dead. So I want you to watch it again.
No! No! Shame! Shame!
There's the officer right there. There
Now-
he is. That's the officer that did it. Does he look ran over? Does he have to go to the
Okay,
hospital?
which one are you talking about?
Look, can you see the mouse on the screen?
Okay, that one in the middle of the street.
Yeah, he's the one that shot her, and he's the one that said he had to go to the hospital. This dude right here. I'm gonna rewind it a little more.
He don't look like he need to go to the hospital to me. The way
Ain't
he's
nothing
sitting
wrong
up.
with it. Look at this dude. Remember, focus on this dude here. Everybody watching. Look at this, and I'm gonna stop it again on him.
So watch what happens.
All right.
She backs up. She's getting ready to leave.
All right, this is him. So this guy's in the way, but he's right here on the side of the car still.
Okay.
And they're trying to force their way into her car. There's 3 ICE agents here, one right by her door,
See,
one the
it's
front
2
left of the
right
vehicle,
here and one here.
standing about 8 feet away, right? As she turns to leave, the that's the furthest away from us here starts shooting through the windshield at her face.
No! Shame!
Right there.
See him?
Oh my
It was him.
God!
That's murder.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You just fucking... What the fuck did you do?
She's dead. She's dead. So I want you to watch it again.
No! No! Shame!
Wow.
Hey, man. And then what's even wilder is he walk off and get in the car and pull off.
Basically leaving the scene of a crime.
Exactly. Imagine if they just did what they did to George Floyd and got in the car and pulled off or something.
Wow.
Let me see.
I'm
There we go.
telling you, man, these ICE officers is just getting more and more bolder and brazen with this I don't give a F attitude. And basically, like, I hate to say it, but look, it is what it is. The president done gave these folks a license to, you know.
And they gave him a
innocent
lot of
folks.
money. They gave him a lot of money, and they cutting food stamps. Then, and I'm gonna tell you how that hurts everybody because they cutting. They won't let people buy sodas or certain things.
Mhm.
And they're gonna raise the prices on everybody else on all these other products. But look at this right here.
This is murder. It's not even close. Okay.
This the governor
So
of
here is
Minnesota
the
or the mayor.
Here's the mayor. Here's the mayor, Jacob Frey, and here's what he says.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed.
More. Here we go. He's not done.
And I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being...
Man,
Oh, he said, I ain't never heard no government official went off like that. He said, get the F out. Woo!
hey,
You must be really pissed off.
for real. They done
But
been
I was too.
man, for real. It is making everything a lot worse for everybody, but you know, man.
That's messed up.
Let's see, W. Crowitz, he said MAGA and all these police bootlickers have no sympathy for the woman shot by ICE, but was up in arms when Ashley Babbitt was shot at the Capitol. Hypocrites. Man, that's a great point. They are extreme hypocrites. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you may remember this or familiar, but on January 6th, and I saw this video also. So, you know, they were storming the Capitol and all of that. Well, this one part, they were really up in there deep. And it was these locked doors, but it was like glass on this side and glass. And this one woman broke the glass and was climbing through. And if she'd have made it through and everybody would have went through there, they said they could have got to some of the lawmakers or whatever. And there was one black dude security guard in there. When she stuck her head through that window and climbed in, he shot her right in the neck. She fell back and died. But, you know, she's breaking in to the damn, you know what I'm saying? What was he supposed to do? Let everybody through? I mean, they mad that they actually did shoot somebody, but we already know if they would have been Black Lives Matter protest,
Exactly.
they would have all been dead on the front steps. They wouldn't even made it in the building.
For real, for real.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And then they all go up in arms and say this, but now they shoot this woman. I mean, this is wild, man. And they got so much stuff that's been going on, man. It's just crazy, man. There's been somebody that was found hanged in ICE custody, and they said it was a suicide. But the thing is, that person, hands and feet were tied while they were hanging. How can you hang yourself if your hands and feet are tied?
Exactly. We've been hearing that story, that same story over and over again, when people be getting mysteriously hanged, but they got their hands tied behind their back or handcuffed, but you talking about ain't no foul play.
I know, right?
Like, that's crazy. Like, did you hear about that one story they talking about that woman, about that dress, the pastor's wife, Pastor Jamal's wife? Oh my God, they were sitting there making a big stink about it in the church community. They was talking about how her dress was looking like she had nothing on. But it was like one of them nude type dresses, like the nude material. But it gives like the illusion that you ain't got nothing underneath. But for somebody, look, I grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up old school. We wasn't allowed to wear certain stuff. Wasn't allowed to wear no dresses above our knee. We had to wear things called slips underneath our dresses. You know what I'm saying? Old school. But now these days you go to church, man, these women sitting over there dressing like they just came from the club.
Yeah, it is true. That is true.
And I'm like, that is very distracting.
I know, right? It is distracting. I ain't gonna lie on that one.
But well, I'm like, man, I'm trying to focus on the word, and you over there got your dress all hitched up your behind. Look, that's a sign right there. If you got to keep adjusting your dress and keep pulling it down, obviously that's a sign telling you that your big behind don't need to be up in there.
I know, right?
You need to get something that's in your size.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I was saying the other day, I go to church and They all don't dress up no more like they used to. It's people wear all kind of stuff. Not the worst, like rolled out of the gutter, but people wear jeans and stuff and hoodies. I've worn jeans, but I try to keep them nice and clean at least and something. But yeah, man, it ain't the same as it used to be, and I guess that's how it is these days. At least they trying to come in there. I guess I don't know.
And then, like, I had seen a story where, like, you know how people used to, like, put their hand across their heart when they do the Pledge of Allegiance. But now they start noticing that they not even raising up and doing that anymore. But y'all call yourself being so patriotic, though.
Right. Well, I don't know about that as much because the flag and the country and stuff, I think it kind of got tarnished in a way with MAGA. I mean, I don't know about the American flag. I mean,
did you ever actually do the Pledge of Allegiance when you was in elementary school? I know I used to.
Oh yeah, we did. But I'm saying, if I see an American flag waving person now, I kind of think of a MAGA person in a way. Now, that's not fair because I don't want to give them, our country and say they the representatives necessarily of America, but they love that Trump flag.
I be rocking that Trump flag.
Oh my God. Man, they love that Trump flag, man. They love the flags, man. You talk about a damn flag, period. I'm like, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, it was damn messed up flags. She said, really?
Oh, man.
Speaking of that, it's a comedy show on Netflix. Well, it ain't on Netflix. It is, but it's really a YouTube show. Kill Tony. And it's kind of sucks lately. But anyway, what they do is give like amateur comedians 60 seconds to do a set, and maybe you're good or whatever, and who knows, you get more publicity. It's like going on Johnny Carson in a way. But anyway, yeah, a dude was on there. Come on every Monday. A dude was on there this Monday, and see, Joe Rogan, Kill Tony is at Joe Rogan's club. Is heavily influenced by Joe Rogan, and Tony Hinchcliffe is a big MAGA supporter. I mean, he got Trump's balls like this. He keep them right here, so he can lick it every time he go like a little ice cream cone. Keep them right here. Keep them nuts right here. Get a little lick every now and then throughout the day. But that was serious. But so a lot of the comedy is like that. Even this black dude came on the other day, and he was black and gay, and he was saying the most anti-gay. You would have thought he was white MAGA or something. These guys are wild. But anyway, the dude came on there, and he had a damn flag. Like, who gonna bring a damn flag? I made this flag. This got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like, man, y'all love some damn flags, don't you? Damn, man.
I mean, look, speaking of comedy, did you hear about T.I. dropping his new comedy special? And he wound up bombing, and they sitting there clowning him like crazy online. I'm like, look, man, everybody, has got a right to want to try to switch professions. But if you're going to do it right.
Right.
Don't get mad when people criticize. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of the game. If you're not funny, you're not funny. I mean, maybe you're funny to some people, but to me, you're not Eddie Murphy funny. You damn sure ain't Richard Pryor funny. So, I mean, what are you trying to, like, what audience are you trying to target? Because they were saying that they were criticizing him a couple months ago when he was heckling like another comedian, a female comedian, and she was sitting there trying to do her set, and he wound up crashing her set on the stage, which is a big no-no, which I heard in the comedy community.
Right.
And like he was mad because she was sitting there talking about him and his wife. I mean,
And,
like, and what y'all not exempt from getting cracked on?
right. See, here's the problem, in my opinion, with T.I. A couple of problems with T.I. in this comedy space. And it's kind of simple problems in a way, but I don't think he can fix them though. Maybe. Here's the problem number one. He's too famous in a different genre, music,
Mm-hmm.
and he was serious. He wasn't like Eminem with joke rap. He was serious, trap music, gangster. That ain't funny. And so now to be telling jokes, you can still be funny, but here's the problem with that, and that's the second thing. T.I. is really private. Although if you a comic, you gotta be free. So he's possibly really a funny dude when he's with his friends and they talking about whatever happened the night before, or when they was chilling with this famous person and they didn't do this, or that person, or da 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 da, and they could probably say it or whatever. And it's funny conversation. But you still gotta craft a joke and a punchline around it for everybody to digest. And you also gotta be open. Now, if you don't want to tell what happened between, for example, you and Kevin Hart, well, you losing all your material. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to tell what you and your wife did, or what you and your kids did, or what you and such and such in the studio did. You don't have no more material. What you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The news?
And that's exactly what he was trying to do. Like he was sitting there talking about, recent top. I'm like, look, man, we don't want to hear about that. We want to hear about you and your personal experiences through life and what you've been through. I mean, you ain't got to
Tell
get,
funny stories. Like, for example, Jamie Foxx last special. He told little stories, or with Diddy or whatever. You gotta be telling something. I mean, Kevin Hart, I heard did. I ain't watched Kevin Hart in a while though. Kevin Hart
yeah,
all the way sell out. Every time you see Kevin Hart, I think it's a commercial or something.
for real. He get it just as bad as Shaq.
Boy, and really, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. So, they just cut billboards. But yeah, so I think that's another problem with T.I. And here's another problem with T.I. He's already been successful in another genre financially, which that's another problem because comedy does not pay a lot unless you at the very top.
Mm-hmm.
It can pay good money, like for me or some say if I said I'm making, $3,000 or $4,000 for this show, or I'm about to get 5,000 for this show. That's good for me. What's 3,000 or 4,000 to T.I. for a show?
Nothing.
Right. What's 5,000 for a show for T.I.? You know what I'm saying? What's 10 grand for a show for T.I.? Which they ain't paying no damn 10 grand. You got to be selling out comedy clubs. Now, I'm saying comedy clubs because if your act was bigger, you'd be at arenas, which means you got a bigger audience, then you get more. How you going to be getting $20,000, $30,000 and you at a comedy club, it can only seat 200 people at best.
Mm-hmm.
Charging them all $100 a piece. You know what I'm saying? So he can't really make enough money to make him care really enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not enough to move him financially. And he won't get to the next level like a Kevin Hart because he ain't putting in the work of being open or whatever. Not the Kevin Hart, but you know what I mean, arena level. Cat Williams and them, they're in arenas. You know,
I'm like, look, I'm like, well, why don't you just stick to what you know and what you're good at? Like, I think he's a good actor.
well,
Maybe
that's what
he.
you do. But here's another problem with that. You are at the mercy of others when you're an actor. What he should have did, well, I don't know if he could have, but what The Rock and Kevin Hart did is you start your own production company, and then
Hmm.
you start receiving scripts, and then you find a script that you like, and then you make the movie. There's a lot of work though, getting the investment, doing this, doing that. But you pick the movies now, and you make movies that you want to be in instead of auditioning for roles. And now it's up to the director or the cast, and if they want to pick you. And everybody doesn't get picked for every thing they audition. I'm sure pretty much no actor does. So sometimes he got a job, sometimes he don't. Because as an actor, you basically unemployed after every job, unless you on a TV show, recurring character, and you still could get killed off. So, like after every gig, you're technically unemployed until you get the next one. And then you got to always be in the hunt and doing this and doing that, which I'm sure he probably don't feel like doing that. That's probably why he stopped. Always,
That's why I like. That's why I like what 50 Cent did. You know how he get
that's right.
started in his own show. See, that's the way you're
That's what.
supposed to do it.
Yeah, that's basically what I was saying. He started his production company with Courtney Kemp. They produced the TV show, and he put himself in the show. He didn't do it as far as movies like The Rock. That's why every movie The Rock in, he's normally the same type of character because he's picking those roles. He's doing it for himself. But and that's why he been the star. Cause $7. If you ever saw that $7 Productions, that's his company. He say because when he had was about to be out of the league, the NFL or whatever Canadian Football League, he only had $7 in his pocket.
Oh,
That's what he say. But who knows? We done found The Rock lie. He say he go post on Instagram his first time to In-N-Out Burger. He done did that like 5 times. Say I never eat this before. This my first time. He done did that. He did that like 5 different times and stuff. People didn't bust it. So, but anyway, who knows with these people? But The Rock and 50 Cent, people like that, I will say that is smart. When you get enough money, and get your own production company. You just got to start an LLC, start receiving scripts, and then
hmm,
have connections to either sell that or raise the money and produce it yourself and make the money. So that's what Kevin Hart does with Heartbeat Productions. That's why he made like Night School and all those movies, did his own thing. Instead of auditioning to be the lead in that role, no, you get the script, you make your own movie, and you make yourself the star in all the movies.
yeah, I think Nick Cannon he got his own production company too.
He does. He does Wilding Out through it. Nick Cannon through Wilding Out, I heard he could be like super paid because it's in like syndication or something. I never really watched Wilding Out.
Nah, you did. I
I
mean,
seen a
I
few
used to like
episodes.
it in the beginning, but then after a while, you keep watching episode after episode, it becomes kind of redundant. Just like that other show, Ridiculous. Oh my
Uh,
God, I did not know that man was getting that much money per episode for that show.
yes. So here's a secret. He produced that show too. So you produce your own show, and all he doing is basically looking at internet clips. And he basically has made so many episodes of that he like damn near owns that network because they play it so much and he gets so much. It's like they #1 show, and it's got so many episodes that like he can live off that for the rest of his life.
Hmm.
Those rerun. And like Nick Cannon, I heard he got so much Wilding Out or something that like he could basically that can play reruns forever, and he can live a good life for the most part. So some of that stuff, it is good that you can get that out there like that, but it's very rare also. But that is the way to go if you got a little something. Young Slim, what's good, fam?
What's up, Young?
Hmm. What else?
Did you hear that they made an announcement? I don't know why they made it an announcement, but Beyonce is officially a billionaire now.
Oh wow. What? Well,
I thought she would have been a billionaire because her father was on an interview talking about, oh, that's not true. Beyonce was a billionaire 8 years ago because Forbes magazine had, verified her, being a billionaire. But, I'm like, so why is she coming out now saying it now? She must got
well,
something coming up.
right. And also, I mean, she a married woman, so technically she got half of her husband's assets, so she could have been that. But here's another topic I'm gonna talk about on some serious stuff. So, Trump and them, they keep trying to punish democratic states and states that ain't, bowing down to what he want done or whatever, like California, Illinois, or whatever. But here's the thing: California, Illinois, New York, these are surplus states. They generate so much wealth and economy that they pay way more in taxes to the federal government than they receive in benefits and things. If those
Mhm.
kept their money and didn't give it to the government, they could build up and do everything they want. They could be independent states, independent nations. It's states like Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri. They receive way more money in federal funds than they can put out. If they didn't get federal funds, those state economies would collapse. A lot of people would leave those states. All kind of things would happen. And here's the thing: Trump trying to force politicians and people to do things. They ended up just recently freezing billions of dollars in social service funding to 5 Democratic states. And what if these states decide, well, we ain't gonna send no more money to the government then? We're gonna keep our money in here and do this and that. What if he decide, well, we'll send the military in? What if they say, well, we're gonna use the National Guard, our state guard or whatever, to defend this and that? Then we could have a civil war between states and the
Oh
government,
my God.
just like that. It says that they are freezing $10 billion in funds for social, and this is how cruel this is, for social service and child care. So they ain't gonna they keep it in 5 Democratic states. And here's the thing: it's Republicans and Democrats in every state. You punishing everybody. Just because the majority of a state voted Democratic doesn't mean, or Republican doesn't mean nobody there is this or nobody there is that. But it says that,
They're going to get their food stamps cut in them states. I feel sorry for them.
and thing is, they really need it. Now, what if these 5 states decide not to send the money and keep it and give the money to their people and start doing everything? It's about to be, this is a slippery slope, man. It
I
says,
heard that there's supposed to be another shutdown. Did you hear that?
I mean, it's possible. It says the freeze reported by the New York Post will impact California, Colorado, Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. Damn, the whole
Yeah, in Minnesota already going through enough as it is. And now they got to worry about this.
Yep. It say it will cut off 7.4. And this is the thing: how many people won't be able to go to work if they don't have the child care, the CCDF or whatever, to help supplement these people when they go to work? Child care. When I was first with my son, I had a little help with the little card to get the little subsidy because they wanted at the time, which I'm sure it's went up, $100 a week for daycare. That's $400 a month. At the time, I was paying $650 for rent. So $400 for child care? but I couldn't go to work. How could I go to work then? It's like, so, and then if you don't go to work because your child, you got to sit there with your child. Well, then what you going to do? How you going to have money? How you going to pay your bills? You'll lose your job. You'll lose your place. You and your kid will be homeless.
And I'm pretty sure this affects the WIC program too. So now you can't even feed your baby.
They cut it off. Look, TANF, it says right here, this will cut 7.4 billion in funding for the Temporary Assistance for Needy Family Program, TANF. TANF, Temporary Assistance Needy Family Program, TANF, which provide cash assistance to households along with 2.4 billion for child care and development fund. The department will also hold around 870 million for the social services block grant. And they talking about because of in these 5 states it's corruption and fraudulent.
Oh my God.
They just say that so they could do what they want. So you saying ain't no fraud in Mississippi? We already know Brett Favre was defrauding the damn state welfare fund so he could get volleyball things done at schools that his daughter went to. You know, all kinds
Wow.
of, allegedly. Don't sue me, Brett Favre.
Yeah, allegedly.
They say the agency's administration for children and families sent the state's governors letters on Tuesday informing them that their access to these funds is now restricted pending further review. 5 states must submit justification and documentation before payments are released as part of the recent expansion of its Defend the Spend system. They coming up with boy, stop this deal. What is it? Make it great again. Defend the Spend. Beautiful bill. One big beautiful bill. Why do they know how to come up with stupid names, boy, I swear.
I'm tired. Trust. Look, and we got 3 more years of this crap.
Oh,
That's the scary part. Like we only in the beginning.
yeah, man. This is really, really messed up. Here go Medicaid audit. And you know what? They cut off my Medicaid right now. And here's the thing. So right now I don't have no Medicaid services and they ain't been sending nobody to help me. I ain't been able to go to the doctor. This has been since the first. I've missed 2 doctor's appointments and they ain't sending nobody to help me. And here's why. So 3 months ago, I got a letter saying that they were going to kick me off because I didn't tell them about a bank account that I had. I'm like, I don't have this bank account. So I'm like, I don't even know what this is. So I end up talking to him. We end up going back and forth. We find out it's my son's bank account. We got the same name, but he didn't put Junior. Anyway, we get it cleared up. I thought. I told him it wasn't. We did this. I signed whatever. Next thing you know, here it come on the 1st. It's cut off. I called them up. They like, oh, yeah, you did do that, but the person was supposed to come back in a couple days later and push this through. They never did this. I'm going to go ahead and do it. All right, fine. Still not there. I call back again. Oh, yeah, it's still pending, but we're going to do this and that. So even if I'm going to get reinstated because it's a mistake. But think about it, because it's a couple people, the woman that run the company told me that it's a few of her people that's happened to. So think, if you cut off 7 days of service for this stupid type of stuff to 1 million people, that's 7 million days of service that you cheated people out of.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get no help. How you gonna replace that? You know, you can't pay. They're finding ways to make people give up, fall through the cracks, not pay, and then you got to sit here. And then what? I got to keep calling them. I can't go to the doctor's appointment because they told me that I'm gonna have to pay out of pocket. I'm like, man, what? And if I pay out of pocket, then they'll pay me back and this and that. That was $200. I ain't paying that. We gonna have to reschedule.
I'm telling you, man, this is why people be getting discouraged and just be giving up and don't even bother going to the doctors. You know what I'm saying? Because they be having them go through all these hoops and hurdles just to get some, some health care, just to, just for the basics, just for the basic, checkup and stuff like that. But nah, they don't want to do that. Like over here in Georgia, they don't even want to pay people to get dentures.
You're right. And what's even worse is that they probably should let people, if they can, get implants rather than dentures, because it would be a more permanent thing. But then, that's like a one-time fee mostly, whereas dentures, you can only have them for so long, then you got to buy them again and get them again and this and that. It's like a scam in a way. Like they'll give you this cure that you got to keep coming back for every so often, It's just wild. I'd rather have the surgery where I could be able to move and do whatever versus be taking pills or something the rest of my life, But it's wow. Young Slim, he said, time to remove Trump and his cabinet and 80% of Congress members. The country is for we the people, not just rich people. Well, that's the problem, man, is that money and politics basically set us up for greedy people to run, and so rich people can buy them out. It's basically set up that way because, like, the people that run are liars and greedy a lot of times, and that's set up to benefit them. A system like this will make them win because you got to get campaign contributions and this and that. Man, they should eliminate all campaign donations and contributions. Just make it free to advertise on TV for politicians.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. They need to have time limits on Senate seats too, because come on, you've been in Congress for how long? Like how old are you? You like 70, 80 years old?
They do have term limits. They only get 4 years? Well, Senators 4, I think Congress 2. Every 2 years or 4 years they vote them out, but people keep voting them back. The only ones that don't have term limits is the Supreme Court. That's lifetime. But all of these 80-year-olds that's there, people keep voting them back in.
I just don't understand. You wonder why, like, some of these laws be so outdated. Like, they need to revise some of these laws, because some of these laws just don't make no sense in today's days and times.
Well, that's the thing. They do that on purpose. So the reason that those old people keep getting reelected is because the people are so bogged down and busy that they don't have time to really follow and get in the nitty gritty. They don't. This is, I think, one of, or if not the only democratic country where there's not a paid day off to vote. They got it on a Tuesday when people got to work, and then before you can't take the day off and go vote. And jobs won't give you the time off really, or they'll make you feel bad about it. I think they can't deny you, but they find ways to, make it where you can't do it. So half the population that could vote never vote because they got to work and they can't afford to. And voting is like a luxury in a way because you either got to have money and you can take off, or you can't. And so
I remember back in 2008, everybody and their mama came out to be voting for Obama. They were sitting outside like in sleeping bags.
They was, and then they got mad about that. And so to prevent that, they said you can't do that anymore. They made laws where you can't have sleeping bags. They made laws where you can't pass out water bottles. See, this is how they rig the game to prevent people. They don't want the vote of the people. They want the oligarchs and the ruling class to do it, and they have to cheat. That's why they gerrymander. That's why they come up with laws where you can't sleep or give water to nobody or have a tent or vote in the mail or whatever. All of these things that was perfectly fine before, they know if people turn out and if people are informed, they'll lose. because, and this is something that I couldn't believe I read. I ain't gonna point it out. It's a friend of mine that comment on YouTube, but they was talking about the policies and things of Democrats and things. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, the Democrats are so great," or "Democrats or this or that," but Democrats actually do have policies and try to make things better. Does it always turn out the right way? Maybe not, but it's a lot closer than the Republican Party. They have zero policies other than war and lie. Like,
And guns.
really, but like no policy that they have come up with. I don't see how it helped anybody. What, deporting these people? How did that make the economy better? Is the economy booming? Is it the job growth? So all of those people that got deported, where people talk about immigration or they came and took all these jobs, okay, well, how many jobs are available now then? They deported a lot of people. How many jobs are available? I mean, ain't that the problem? So if that was the problem, shouldn't the economy be booming right now? I'm asking. If there was too many people, 7, 10, 20 million people, illegals came in, they were taking the jobs, they were taking the houses, they've been sending them out. How many more jobs is available? How much housing is available? Has the price of housing come down?
Hell no.
So that's a bullshit policy. That's the point. This is trash. Okay, transgenders. Okay, I don't like gay people as far as I don't want to date them. I damn sure don't want them to date me. But you can live your life. I don't give a damn if you gay or trans. Other than you trying to stick something in me, your life don't have nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. You can't play sports. Even if you played these sports, I'm not playing. This is crazy. How is that ruining and doing? It's not enough. They can take something, make it seem like it's way more going on, and it's not affecting your life. That's the thing. You know, some of these policies put in place are way more destructive, but they'll have people vote on stuff. For example, abortion. That's a hot topic, and I don't necessarily agree with it. I wouldn't want that happening, but I believe in freedom. How am I supposed to go and tell other people what to do? I wasn't there while they was having sex. I got to tell them they can't have sex too. I got to do this. This gets too wild, man. You know,
How do you feel about they talking about the transgenders sharing the same bathroom as the women?
I mean, what? I mean, look, I get it. If I was a woman, maybe I wouldn't want to do that. But it's stalls and doors now. Are trans? How many stories have you heard? Because I'm gonna be honest, I have not heard the story of a transgender going into a bathroom with a woman and raping them. I didn't hear that story.
I mean, I ain't hear it either. I'm just.
So what are women doing? How many transgender stories have you heard where they went in the bathroom and beat the hell out of a woman or robbed them?
I mean, maybe because they feel like uncomfortable knowing the fact that, yeah, this may appear to be a woman, but you still got parts like a man.
But why are you looking so hard? Ain't you supposed to be going to the bathroom?
Well, women do more than just be in the just use the bathroom in the bathroom. They do be congregating in the bathroom, and they do be conversating. It all depends, because you got like your nice bathrooms with your with your chairs, and you got the little perfume. Yeah. So I mean,
y'all don't want to have them in the conversation. We trying to be in the nice bathroom and talk. You may not have the parts to hear this. I'm just saying, all of this stuff, how is it really hurting or affecting your life? How much time do you spend in these bathrooms? Seriously, not much.
Not much. Be in and out.
And we gonna make policies on stuff you barely like. This ain't your job or lounge area and stuff. Like, people take stuff way too far. I would rather worry about these food stamps being cut off or something in a bathroom or a swimmer or something, because this affects all of us. Because if they can't get this food stamps, the food companies will raise the grocery prices on everybody else to make up for the difference. You know, and so that would affect me. That affect me every day I eat. I eat every day. I don't know about y'all. I eat every day.
Jay ain't missing no meals.
I'm trying not to. So far, so good. I'm trying not to. They think I do the biggest meal every day, but I don't miss something. Got to go in this damn thing right here, okay?
Exactly.
You know, I don't sit in the bathrooms at Target worrying about, like, how long are we in? First of all, I don't like public bathrooms to begin with.
Me either.
Yeah, so like people they're not being really thinking about it and honest with themselves. Like most people ain't even a nice one. Why you still there? What's in your business? Ain't somebody waiting on you outside the bathroom? Wasn't you doing something? Wasn't you somewhere? If it was a nice bathroom, you probably was somewhere nice. Right? Don't you got something else to do than sit in the damn bathroom?
I don't know, man, but I think it's like a man thing. But I be like seeing like some shows where a lot of men be in the bathrooms and be having like conversations.
Nah. Maybe while we washing our hands, say something, but
Yeah,
we ain't
yeah.
got to feel in the bathroom. Yeah. And damn sure don't talk to
Because
me
like
while
remember that one part in that movie I told you about called The Substance, and remember he went to the bathroom and he was sitting there talking all that crap about her, and he didn't know she was in the bathroom listening to him.
yeah.
Now come on. Like, why would you say something like that in the bathroom? Why didn't you just say that out in the open for everybody to hear you?
Yeah. Well, you know, that's TV show stuff, but add a little drama and suspense and make people mad at TV and stuff. But in reality, I think that wasn't as big an issue. I think all of the stuff they said were small issues that they made seem like it was everywhere taking over. You know, and I mean, it's really a simple fix. Is that for bathrooms? They could just make a lot of them. Well, I don't know. Bathrooms, that may be as simple. But as far as the sports, it's a little simpler because just make a trans league then, or you got men, you got women, make it trans, and then they all compete against each other. Then
Exactly.
there it is. You know, the bathroom thing. I think, yeah, it could be an issue if you was the one in there. But again, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think trans people are probably trying to go to the bathroom. That's why they're in the bathroom. I think they're probably trying to go to the bathroom like everybody else instead of trying to creep on somebody. I just think that's what the majority of them are doing. I don't know. I could be wrong. Again, I ain't investigated so much, but I have not heard those stories of them attacking people. Please, in the comments, if y'all know the stories, let me know. I'll look them up. But I ain't heard that.
Yeah, that I ain't never heard nobody being attacked in no bathroom.
I'm sure since we live in a country with 300 million people, it's probably happened once. Damn near everything probably happened once or a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But is that the thing that is really happening? I doubt it. You know. Anyway, I'll talk about something. We're gonna switch it up right quick. So earlier we was talking about. I said we need Jesus. Probably the only thing gonna help. Well, here's something I'm gonna put out there: the Great Deception. Now, that's something that people may have heard of or may not, but basically the UFO thing. Now, I'm gonna ask you what you think in a second, but from what I'm thinking, I don't think UFO are aliens from space from another planet. They alien because we don't belong here. But but I think it could be like maybe a fallen angel technology, or angels, or demon, or interdimensional, but or the Anunnaki, the Nephilim. I mean, not Anunnaki, Nephilim technology. I don't know, but I don't think they from another planet. And the Bible kind of explains some of this stuff. I mean, hell, you could say Jesus was returning in the chariot. What did he say? Flaming chariot of war. Anyway, they would have said spaceship, a vehicle. He didn't say I'm coming to drop down as a man. They're returning in vehicle. So, I mean, because a chariot is a vehicle. He didn't say when I return, I'm gonna be dropping down. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna just come through. I'm coming through with the chariots. So vehicles. I think you got some audio or something going on, issues, or you got a TV.
Okay, I'm about to exit out.
All right. Yeah, we good looking out, Dub C. But y'all let me know in the comments what you think about that. Am I on to something? Am I tweaking? I could show y'all some stuff on what I have looked at, share with y'all some things. You can check it out yourself. But I've looked at a lot of stuff. Not that I believe everything wholeheartedly. One thing I can look at, like, for example, well, it's a lot of strange stuff started happening in 1946. It's a man, Jack Parsons. They had the Jack Parsons Laboratory, JPL. Well, it's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, but he started it. But him, yeah, you sound much better now. Him and Aleister Crowley. No, not him and Alice. They were following him and what's the guy's name? L. Ron Hubbard, who created Scientology. In 1946, they were working together doing rituals and stuff out there in the desert. They were having a hard time doing it. And this is rituals that Aleister Crowley supposedly, and Aleister Crowley, if y'all look that up, that's a deep rabbit hole. But anyway, they eventually, supposedly, allegedly got the ritual to work, and who knows, all kind of stuff been going on since then. And allegedly they never closed it or didn't know how to, and it really get deep because then the U.S. military get involved. Jack Parsons eventually died shortly after in an explosion in the lab. L. Ron Hubbard went on to create Scientology, and the U.S. government trying to get involved with this stuff, allegedly, were doing some type of rituals and things that they did, trying to close it, realize, hey, this is, because it was some people that was allegedly Catholic or whatever, and they realized, wait a minute, this stuff is darkness. And also, if you all look into UFO stuff really deep, look into when people allegedly are abducted or have a UFO experience and they call in the name of Jesus and they leave. Look into that. I'm telling y'all, that's a rabbit hole. You're going to be like, what? I mean, it's really weird, which makes me think, because why would an alien care? They'd be like, they wouldn't know who that was, right? Or unless what? Jesus control their planet too? I don't know. I think, and also, like, for example, people heard of Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible, right? Well, do you remember that it was angels that were walking there and Lot brought them in, and then the people there wanted to sleep with the angels? Well, that shows that, hey, they can entertain and walk and be among us and different things. So ain't no telling what, could be here, not be here, but I doubt it's an alien. That's my opinion. I don't want to necessarily come off like necessarily the Bible thumper or whatever, but the more I look into these things, it's kind of crazy because I go down the rabbit hole from a different angle, and then it comes back to that. Like, I wasn't thinking about relating it to the Bible, but then you start seeing if Jesus is called the aliens will leave or different things, you'd be like, what?
I'd be like, here comes the Men in Black,
You got to call it.
Galaxy Defenders. That's how I feel. Like, I really do believe like it's other life forms, and maybe they are among us. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know who they are, but you know, I do believe that we're not the only species out here in this galaxy. You know, I mean, but just to know, like, if we knew, like, if those things actually was going on, how would we react? Like, will we be fascinated or will we try to blow his head off? You know, like we usually try to do when we you know, when we run across things that we don't understand.
Fear.
You know, we be so quick to just try to like shoot it down instead of trying to like gain some type of knowledge.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you because you just actually said something that I actually left out, and it's the most important part. The most important part. And I'm going to break it down for y'all. This is some real deep stuff right here. Now, look, you said, how are we supposed to act? Well, here's the reason this is all being done. The reason they don't want people to think about the very beginning of the Bible when it say it was giants in the land, or how it says a third of the angels fell with Lucifer. That means he's outnumbered 2-1. He need to get an army. He need to recruit. So they says what? The greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing the world he don't exist. Everybody know the devil is a lie. So the whole thing is they want people to think it's aliens. They want you to be scared. Why? Because then you'll fight. So if Jesus and his people come in chariots, vehicles, we've been programmed that if anything come in a vehicle, because Jesus won't come in a vehicle. When Jesus returned, the church don't even tell people how he gonna return, even though it's saying in the Bible, people talk about Christ gonna return. How? He gonna be born again as a baby? No. He's coming as a man. So how would he return? Just beam down and just boop, just materialize? The Bible says he's coming in chariots, vehicles. It says it. So you know how we can say a chariot, it's a vehicle. So if when Christ returns and these vehicles, humanity has been removed from the Bible and the word, so we think it's an alien. He can then galvanize even Ronald Reagan, say, what if there was an alien threat and we all united together? That's the devil plan. Get humanity together to go against the creator through the great deception. That's why I say a great deception, because even the very elect would be deceived. That even say in the Bible, meaning that this will be so convincing that even the very elect of heaven would have been deceived had they not known better. All the news stations, everybody's going to be in saying that's what this is. And then what if they say, we created y'all? We're the ones that altered your DNA. Which then, how many people would that make people say all this Bible or religion stuff is no good? Try to get people away from the Lord. Then you'll be ready to fight. And
Yeah, I was having a conversation with somebody online. You know, we was just talking about like, you know, that old story between Adam and Eve. And I was saying like if Eve would have never like took that apple and Adam would have never ate it. Like us as a humanity, we wouldn't be going through none of this stuff. We wouldn't be going through no pain. We wouldn't be going through no struggling. None of that. Everything would have been peaceful. But I guess everybody want to blame the woman. It's her fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but she didn't put no gun in your head and make you eat the daggone apple. So whose fault is it really?
Well, you got a little bit of that new age infecting you right now because you in this woman defense and man against.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, that's garbage. Get that out your head. It ain't no woman defense, man defense, this and that. Stop. That's part of pride. And well, that's one of the sins. Everybody is prideful and lovers of self. Everybody, I'm a woman, I ain't gonna do that.
I want peace with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Look, the point is, you made the mistake, and so did the man, and they both
Mhm.
paid for it. Period. Ain't no the woman this. It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Right? Ain't no excuse of this or that, or why is it this or what? Hey man, that's the deception to turn man against woman, to have nobody working together. So then what? You got to depend on the state. You don't have a house, barely, or you're not married, or you don't have kids, or this or that. And so everybody against everybody, and everybody no more community, which means that the state, Big Brother, is more in charge of you than anybody because you don't have nobody. And you against everybody. And that's how they want society, whether it's black, white, woman, man, rich, poor, this and that. They whatever way to separate you from a community, whatever way to make you never apologize or never have any way of compassion for the next person or sympathy or understanding. To never, to be proud of everything you do, like that's a sin, because everything is through the grace of God and the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
And so when everybody think, oh, I did this, or I like Trump, I should get the Nobel Peace Prize. I did this, I stopped 8 wars, I do this, I do. You can't do nothing. Like everything is a blessing. You know what I mean? Especially joy. So like it's just really out there bad that people they say everybody got their own little follow their own little thing. They love this, do that, follow this, like that. It's like everybody is lovers of self.
Well, you heard what they be doing, or follow me, like me, like me.
Y'all don't never hear
And
me say that.
like you're training yourself to be like that, and it shouldn't be like that because everybody should be, uplifting each other and supporting each other, but they want so much division.
Because it's hard to beat a unified group. Look how much things happen with civil rights and different things, or the women's movement, or suffrage, all kind of the union labor movements. All kind of things happen when people work together because they're outnumbered. But if they can divide and conquer, make everybody upset with everybody, nobody will ever give ground. Nobody gives ground. You can't stand on everything all the time, both sides. You won't have none. It's give and take. Nobody does give and take. It's all about me, or I've been this or that, or da. Like I was looking at some videos of these women, and they was talking about why men don't come up to them or don't do this. Then if men come up to them, what? They gonna get rejected or used or could be made fun of or what? And then it comes to really down to women just get tired of paying for everything they self sometimes and doing everything they self. And then they start to realize and appreciate having a significant other and somebody other than what you gonna do for me or this or that, as if somebody is the queen or whatever, or the king or whatever. You're supposed to be partners, work together. But everybody thinks they're the prize or whatever. Like you all together are the prize. It ain't one or the other, but it's hard, man. And everybody out to use or do this or that. I mean, it's really wild out here, man.
It's a lot of transactional relationships. Let me just say that.
Hmm. But I have to tell y'all, started it. Well, women got us here because with women that strong, independent, and doing this, basically taking the mentality of a man. I don't need them. I can do this, do that. Then start acting like a man. Sex in the City. Do this, do that. Well, in the
Well,
end, women will lose
man,
because
let me tell you how that all started, man. Like when we was just talking about the government and stuff, because like when they start giving them the assistance and the housing and all that, it was like they were replacing what the man should be doing for the woman. It's like the woman to replace the man and put Uncle Sam in his place. Like that's my new daddy. You know, he's housing me,
right.
giving me this, giving me that. So what? You know, and I can go to school and educate myself.
Except for when somebody about to break in your house, you be
You
wishing that
is
man
right
be
about that.
there. Yeah, you be wishing he'd be down there to see what that noise is, or doing all kind of other things that you got to pay for every little thing. You got to pay for somebody to change stuff or fix stuff around the house. You got to pay for somebody to do your yard. You're gonna have to pay for all this stuff, and so all that money you just earned, you giving it right back to some man, and he ain't a man. You could have kept that damn money if you'd have been nicer. Nah, but like this woman here, I'll show this right here. And this woman, the problem with
I wasn't
this
even gonna get on here.
also is women, they definitely minimize anything they do and maximize everything the man do. And I think that's just horrible in the sense like either own what you did or just stop. Like people got to be honest. So she say she gets sassy with him, but anyway, that ain't the point. Well, maybe that is. Maybe he tired of you talking crazy to him and talking down to him, so he don't want to be bothered no more. And you want him to keep going through these things. I think sometimes women think a look will what a man is a fool because you
Hmm.
got some boobies or booty or look. So I'm just your idiot play toy forever because I want to have sex with you so you can just do and say whatever to me and I'm going to just pay and just follow you and just be a doormat. What? Because you cute? Are you nuts?
Talk about
I'm
this.
telling you, that's how them girls be with that pretty privilege.
Man, they finding out. Look
I
at
don't
it.
give a anymore. Okay. Okay. So I'm laughing because I'm really having a hard time understanding why there are so many sassy grown men amongst us, okay, in society. So my boyfriend and I have been together
She's saying that he's sassy. Now watch what she says he does, and let's see if this is sassy behavior.
we're together for a year and a half, and we were living together. And about 2 weeks ago, we get an argument, right? And obviously, I'm not going to go into details, but essentially, it was just about our needs not being met. And in that argument, I did get a little sassy. I got a little.
Okay, you got sassy and you talking about your needs ain't being met. And y'all been together a year and a half and you live together. So where's that gonna go then? What, he supposed to start what, obeying you and trying to meet all your goddamn needs? You grown. Like
Hmm.
grown people expect another grown person to meet their needs and stuff. You're a companion. If I'm with somebody, I'm with you because I enjoy your company and I like being with you, not because you need to meet my needs.
Hmm.
Oh, I eat every day. I got a roof. I got a car. What can you do? What you gonna do? You can
But
cook.
see, some people they want them to be codependent on them, so they can give them a reason to say, "Oh, I do this. Oh, I do that."
Which is insane. Like you could cook me dinner, but I would have ate no matter what. I
Yeah, with or
appreciate
without
you.
you, I would have been eating.
Right. So they
Trust
take it to
me.
the level, especially if you cooking the dinner and I bought the groceries. What the hell? You know, like I appreciate it. And if it was delicious, I'd have ate it. I would have liked it. But that don't mean you running over me now, or I owe you, or she be cooking dinner for me so she could talk crazy to me because she be taking care of me. What?
Yeah, she put her foot in them oxtails.
Boy, she better put a root on you.
I see, because resentment has built, right? I'm asking you for things, in my opinion, the bare minimum, and it's like pulling teeth.
In your opinion, but maybe not in his. And you talking about pulling teeth. Well, what is it? She don't say what it is. So she don't give the details. She minimizing everything she say. But that's her opinion. Is the bare minimum. We don't know.
So after our little disagreement, our argument, we agreed to give each other space, which we always do after arguments, okay?
So how many times y'all argue where y'all got to keep agreeing to give each other space? Eventually, he gonna space out. Because the last thing a man want to do is argue with a woman. Because first of all, men don't argue with other men. It eventually gets into fights. So that's how men. That's why men don't like to argue and do that. And if with women, that's not how men argue. I mean, wired to keep arguing and back and forth and bickering and drama and stuff. And it seems she keep having that in her life. Eventually, he's not going to talk to you anymore. Otherwise, what? I'm gonna keep arguing with this woman. First of all, it makes you look like a simp. Why you keep arguing with this woman? It makes you look wrong. It's just all out of. It's just not good. Why you keep
Nah,
arguing?
he gonna wind up eventually tutor her ass out. That's what it is.
Right,
And then once
exactly,
you do that, he gone.
exactly. And she don't understand that. She look at it as weakness. No, that's strength, you idiot. It's weakness if he kept arguing with your ass for years and years, and y'all is just going through this stupidness. That would be weak. He's letting you know, girl, I was doing all right, or living without you before I met you. I can live without you now. Look,
Y'all, tell me why this man ignored me. Oh my God, I have a gray hair and it's just like showing, whatever. A week goes by, okay, we didn't talk. So tell me why I offered to get this man lunch, right? Me being nice, of course, that's my problem. I get this man lunch. Do y'all know what he...
she's being nice. That's her problem. Like oh my goodness, you brought it.
The
Trying to,
way she talking, she giving me Stacey Dash vibes.
I
Off
know.
of,
And first of all, your lunch was just a setup because he ain't had shit to say to you for a week. So you can't stand it. So you offer lunch just so you could get him there and argue with him again and watch what happens.
Oh my God. This weak, sassy, she walks in the house, grabs the lunch I bought him, and then walks out the door. So I said, we need to talk. Now, mind you, this was a week ago, okay? He says, you can't force me to talk. Okay, sorry, girl.
I might not have said you can't force me to talk, but
yeah, that was kind of juvenile.
you can't force me to talk.
That boo boo.
Right. And I wouldn't have went over there to get the food and then leave because shit, I'd have just went and got my own food. I ain't going over there to fuck. Because I know if I do this is what would have happened. So I wouldn't even have did that. Anyway.
He should have called DoorDash.
For real. She'd have been like, I got food for you. I'm good. Then she'd have really been shook. I'm not playing your game. I'm not falling into your trap. You ain't about to make your little punk ass video talking about, oh, I did this or didn't do that. No. Move on with your life.
So fast forward to today, it's now been 2 weeks since he's spoken to me. I went ahead and I already got me an apartment, all the things. I'm on my way to get my moving boxes right now. But it's been 2 whole weeks. Like, how weird is that? How weird is that? Like, it's one thing to be upset with someone, whatever, but I didn't even get the courtesy of like a text like, hey, I'm not ignoring you. I just need more time to speak. Nothing. This man just nothing. Then to make matters worse,
this lets you know you ain't who you thought you was. You ain't as bad as you think. You ain't all that. And that's another thing. And this go for both sides. It's people out there that, you know, that's the thing. Ain't nobody all that. Ain't nobody above or below anything. Like people thinking they this or that or da da da. You know, it's just wild. Like I saw another video of this woman talking about men. I'm sick of them when I meet them, and they talking about if it's somebody to make close to what I make and I make good. If they do that, they talking about they've been there, done that on trips or raising kids. They trying to hold back. They ain't trying to do this. Like what? Such and such. Like what? So if I went on a date with you and you talking about you did this and that, you trying to be celibate, what I'm supposed to say? That's cool, right? But if I'm be financially celibate, oh, I ain't this, I ain't that, I'm whatever. See, we just using what y'all been doing. We just doing the same thing. Women, how many times he supposed to take people out on dates, foodie calls? How many times he supposed to be paying for stuff and people just leave and do this and that? And he just what? Paying to talk to somebody while he eat? Like, you know, they don't consider a lot of this stuff out here and the way that they've treated people and use or a dude try to take them and do this or that and they want to make a video and stuff. Then wonder why nobody come up and approach them or say stuff. It gets too risky.
I'll be like, look, my theory is just like it's just your turn, and until it's not your turn anymore. We don't belong to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You can't force nobody to be with you if they don't want to be with you. Like one day they could just say, "Hey, I don't want to do this no more." I just don't love you no more. For whatever reason. But you can't just say, "Oh, well, you're not going anywhere." You can't do that.
Right.
If that's the way they feel, that just chalk it up to the game. I mean, it's plenty of fish out there in the sea, or just
I
focus
think
on
that's another
yourself.
problem too. I agree, but I think it's another problem with the plenty fish in the sea thing in the sense that it is, but that's
Mhm.
a problem too. Too many choices makes you never make the right choice, and then you get old, and you know what I mean? Like our
Mhm.
grandparents, they just had who they saw, and that was it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Most of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, there's
You
no
can't help too much. Just no
they so
loyalty.
they so quick to like up and leave and just think, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. And
Yeah,
then when they find out that grass ain't so green, then they want to try to, spin the block. And I'm like, nah, man, like you had your chance. I can't be the only one fighting in this relationship. You know what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
thing. I agree. It takes two. You both gotta want it. You both gotta work on it. It can't be one or the other. I agree. That's too much of how they frame relationships now. It's one is a catch and the other ain't, or one
Mm-hmm.
is working on it and the other. Like that's just wild.
And then like what you were saying about that old pop the balloon game, I really think that really like messed up dating too. Because now I'm sitting over here, sitting in a line full of other contestants, like I'm on an auction block, selling
Right.
myself. Like it's just not genuine to me.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, it is sad with some of this stuff, but it's wild out here. I'm gonna show y'all another video on something different. We'll mix it up a little bit before I go. So let me turn this. So everybody, I'm sure, heard of Mack trucks, right? The freight trucks, Mack truck with the bulldog. You ever heard of
Yep.
Mack truck? All right. Well, this is so messed up, and this is the problem with the policy of Trump and tariffs. But the biggest problem to me is capitalism because it doesn't have enough regulations. When they say deregulation, look for problems. And what I mean by that is I can't believe this. You can't do this in China, but we allow foreign companies to buy American companies and do whatever they want with them. They can buy our meat companies. They can buy our car companies. They can buy real estate building. They can buy anything they want. Buy leagues, sports leagues. The Saudis buy comedians. I mean, it's just wild. Anyway, Volvo bought Mack truck. And what they did to the people at Mack truck is horrible because they wanted more money and try to have a union contract. They were going on strike. Volvo said that they gonna end up hiring scab workers if they don't come back. They end up coming back. Next thing you know, they moved because Volvo wanted to build a new company and they wanted everybody to work an 8.5-hour workday. So, and that's why they were striking. They didn't want to do it, but they ended up doing it. And Volvo ended up building a plant in Mexico where they pay workers on average $3.25 an hour to build semi trucks. And that's the going rate for all the auto manufacturers, GM, for all of them that build. It's like 5 of them that build in Mexico, right on the Texas border. And they pay on average about $3 to $4 an hour. Now, auto jobs used to be pretty good jobs in America. Not no more, because they shipped them there. And that's part of the NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement, which Trump then tore up and then made another one, which ain't no better. But they then, after they built that factory in Mexico, they hired all those workers. They then laid off 300 plus employees at Mack Truck. Yep.
A lot of people, when they think about trucks, they think about a Mack truck.
They got Hardy B over here talking about Mack Truck. Hold on, let's see. Go to this part where they're in Mexico. Look.
Mom, I live with my parents. I can't afford to live on my own, and it sucks.
Last year, we got killed with inflation. I know that money is there for growth. We got to get it back on the table.
In the heavy-duty truck market, and Volvo together make up about 17%, and their biggest competitor is Daimler, the German automaker. During bargaining, Mack told the union it wanted to increase its
video kind of long, so I'm putting the link in the description if anybody want to watch it. But it's pretty good. It's about 10 minutes. But it just showed the tariffs didn't work. They still moving jobs over. They still laying people off. Whole towns are closing. Tyson Foods laid off an entire town of workers. And now they moved the factory. I mean,
Wow.
they gonna have this country full of dirty data centers and people going wild. That's why they leaving, because all these billionaires and stuff going to bunkers and leaving because they know it's gonna be wild here in a few years with no health care, with no food stamps, with no jobs. AI is now in factories. Boston Dynamics, the robot, Atlas is now there working. Pretty soon, it's going to be people in the streets ready to revolt. And what's crazy is they did it on purpose because they believe order out of chaos. So they create the chaos so then they can come back with the solution. Oh, well, all of this, well, we can bring in Robocops, but we could do this or that, da, 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 da. And basically, that's what they wanted in the first place. You know, it's just really messed up. Anyway, I was showing this, man. This book right here, this is one of the first books that I had came across that really opened my eye to what's really going on in the world. I came across this book in '96. Some people told me I never even thought about the dollar bill or what was that symbol on the back. I just thought it looked cool or something. I didn't really give it much thought. Then you start to look in and all of this stuff. Get deep, man. They break down some stuff, boy. I don't know. You know, man. I'm telling you, boy. All this stuff. This ain't no by mistake type stuff. Anyway, you can see how they put all this stuff together for. And I won't get too sidetracked, but look at that. Oh, do you all know why it's called Washington, D.C., District of Columbia? What is Columbia? District of Columbia. Columbia where? That's a rabbit hole to go research. Check that out. There you go, though. Hey, man, get deep. Say it has been suggested that the 13 stars on the seal and dollar bill represent a particular constellation. See, it's things people ain't even thought about. The symbolism of the stars on the dollar bill. The
They
star.
damn sure didn't teach us none of that in school.
Nope. Look at that. And see, this is in the dollar bill. And if you put it on the seal, I believe it's on this one. It'll hit the MASON. It's on the other one. And when you put that on there, it hits the MASON. Boy, they get deep, boy. I'm telling y'all. Anyway, my whole point is bringing that up right quick because this ain't by accident. People out here, that's the whole point of conspiracy. People in secret getting together, making plans. We only say theory because we wasn't there and we don't know exactly what it was, but people get together and make plans all the time. And these plans that they got going on ain't for the best. Like, for example, what's going on with Venezuela and going to capture the president of Venezuela and saying it was drugs and all of this. Man, oh my goodness gracious.
It's always something, man. Like, I'm like, didn't y'all just give like all this money to them a couple months ago and then to turn around and to kidnap the president?
That was
Like, what? I
Argentina.
mean, what happened? What, he reneged on the on the payback or something?
No,
Like, what happened?
that was Argentina they gave the money to. Argentina they gave the billions to, not Venezuela. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and they want that oil reserves. That's the largest oil reserves in the world. But the thing is, it's still in the ground. And the oil industry was collapsing. So at one point, they used to be able to crank out 2 million barrels a day. But now I think it's at like 700,000 barrels of oil a day. And the infrastructure's crumbling. They lost a lot of the workers. They don't live in the country anymore. Because a lot of the skilled workers, see, that's another lie. When they said that we had millions of people at the border and they were the criminals and illegals, no, they weren't. The majority of them were workers, people that had smarts, doctors, because some doctors was working only making $5 a day. So a lot of people that could work, that were smart, they left, came to America, found jobs, did stuff, made money so they can send back to their families.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to deem them as criminals and stuff so they can lock them up or prevent that from happening, or plus they racist. But anyway, that was people, the smartest and the best of them left, which means when all of the best of your country leaves, you no longer have the people that can work these technologically advanced jobs. You no longer have the workforce, enough people that can fix these pipelines and operate them or train new workers, and so they were in a bad situation. And what's worse is Trump talking about the U.S. will probably reimburse oil companies for fixing Venezuela's oil infrastructure. I mean, oh my goodness. It's a clip. There's so many clips where you can see Trump talking about we're not doing no more regime change. And then he's talking about it's a regime change. He's talking about we're not doing no more nation building. It doesn't work. We're gonna have to rebuild the nation. We're not going in there for the oil. Hey, it's plenty oil. We gotta get the oil. I mean, I don't see how anybody can support somebody that believes nothing, stands for nothing, no loyalty to anybody, but wants all loyalty to him. man.
The only thing he loyal is that dollar,
Mhm.
dollar,
What's
dollar bill.
I know, right? What's crazy is how much money do you need? You already rich, you can't spend it, and you the president. What you buying?
That's what I said. How much is enough?
Never enough, man.
I mean, maybe he trying to get up to what's the name, the dude that owns Tesla.
Uh,
He's
uh,
maybe he trying to get up to him because now they beefing, or are they really beefing? I don't know because
mm, they
they.
back and forth all the time. He did say something about. Speaking of the epi list, I'm gonna show y'all something y'all should watch. I've watched this. This dude does a good job. It's called the Conspiracy Files. He goes through the Epstein list and the pictures. I'm telling y'all, it's a damn shame that this is not on mainstream media. I've looked at these pictures. I'm talking about he got the creepiest stuff going on, and I mean, it's just so obvious. And if you look at these islands or the stuff, he got in the basement of the house on the island, it's like a little trap door that you can lift up and climb right down into the water, into like a boat or something, or dump a dead body out or something, all kind of sneak somebody in. I mean, he got so much stuff going on. That's nothing what I just told you. And that island is way bigger than you would think, and way more developed. All kind of buildings and stuff on there, and it's just so much. And his artwork, his pictures. He got so many pictures of little girls, young girls on his lap. It looked like one of them may have even been like 10 or something. They try to make it like they were all teenagers, but all kind of stuff, man. And then some stuff is redacted, some isn't. Uh, it's just wild, man. But I'm gonna show y'all. Man, dude does a really good job. And the video, he go through some of the stuff because he kind of young, so he may not know what it is sometimes. But it's still pretty good. What he go through. I'm looking for it now. But yeah, man. There's so much, man. I'm gonna let y'all see this. If y'all watch this, you talk about a rabbit hole and go down. Let me see where it's at, man. He be having me looking at some stuff. Be like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll just type it in. I don't know where it's at. Let's see. Get ready to get up out of here, my dang on self. Oh man, this video I was starting to watch, but I didn't get to finish. And it was about some dude that used to make snuff films. And he was like operating around the same time as John Wayne Gacy. Look at this. Do you all know that Jeffrey Epstein used to go to Disneyland all the time and take them with him? Like this dude, that's so creepy. This dude is a P. We know what he is. And he goes to Disneyland, and look, he got a little kid sitting on his lap in the damn. Oh my goodness. Put this link in here.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, man, and so much evidence about, man, it's just so obvious. So obvious. This is another, because he had two of them, because he got two videos of going through. This is the video with this dress. That's the video where you can see the trap door on the island with this yellow dress on it. And that was him having one of the girls dressed in like a Disney princess costume. And then in the basement right here, it was like a bloody handprint. That's a bloody handprint on the wall. And these are pictures the FBI took. So like they would take this photo and then sit it on the desk and then take a picture of the photo. So like you can see that they took pictures of all of these stuff, man. And this dude got so many pictures. Dude would have framed pictures of like body parts too, like woman legs, or like a woman's butt, or like a woman's torso. He just had like body parts around and stuff. I mean, it's crazy, man. Crazy. It's just weird, very weird. And then, like in that mansion, he had so many bedrooms, and a lot of the bedrooms look like a kid's room, a guest room, like very plain, but like the colors that would be like for like a girl or something. Y'all are looking, see, make your own decisions, but yeah, that was wild, man. I had to give little man credit because it's a lot of files to go through, and I don't really have that kind of patience. But I'm glad he do because there's some wild stuff. I can watch him on the video and be like, "Whoa!" But me going through everyone and looking, I would have gave up. That's just tedious, which is what they want you to do because part of the court order was that they were supposed to be searchable in a database. So if you type in Trump, it should have pulled up everything, database wise, but it's not. It's not searchable on purpose. And then they even got some sections where the entire page is completely black from the top to bottom. And it's like 100 of those. And it was supposed to have no redaction unless it was
Wow.
a name. Yeah, they redacted the entire page. The entire page is it's wild, man. Wow.
I'm like, what's the point of you putting it out if you're gonna black the whole thing? Like that just defeats the whole purpose.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, Yvonne, you said that I hear about Will Smith and how he getting sued for the harassment of that violinist. No, what?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yvonne.
Tell me.
Allegedly, some violinist talking about they had he had put like a HIV PrEP medication on the bed. Yeah. And he had put a letter on the bed talking about, oh, I'm gonna be back later. You know what it is, and allegedly. And I'm like, that doesn't even sound like something Will Smith would do. I'm like, I don't even believe that because why is all this stuff coming out now? Like the man already been through enough as it is with this whole like slap conspiracy theory on the Oscars. You know what I'm saying? And he trying to rebrand his career and stuff. He had came out with that show Bel Air, which did pretty good to me. And now all of a sudden this violinist comes out talking about he allegedly had I'm like, man, look, this is crazy. I'm like, look, I wonder what his wife got to say about this. Since she's always, I guess this is gonna be on the next episode of the Red Table.
She still does that show?
I don't know, but if she plan on doing it, I'm pretty sure she's gonna bring this up.
All right.
To try to clear the air, at least,
Right. Well, here's my take on this. So I kind of got a different take than you in the sense that you say that don't sound like something Will Smith would do. Well, I don't know Will Smith. I don't know what the hell you do. But I don't put nothing past these people because I don't know nobody. If I don't know you, I'm not going to say that. But I will say I wouldn't put it past him. I did see how he used to force kiss his son in the mouth on interviews and stuff. You ain't never seen that?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying. It's just saying the timing is just weird. I'm just saying.
Timing, I don't think it's weird. Well, I don't know when it happened. I don't know, when he had the I don't know. I don't know about that. So
because look, did you hear about what's the name? Got same similar thing going on with Will Smith, that pastor Donnie McClurkin, he getting sued because talking about he was grooming and essaying one of his assistants. And I'm like, it's even happening in the church, man. And Donnie McClurkin, he's one of my favorite gospel singers. The one that sing that song, We Go Up.
I know what you're talking about. No. I don't know, man. Maybe I've seen too much, or I don't look at any of these people. Nobody. Like Diddy, or of course now everybody say that, but like ain't nobody you can say, or Jay-Z. I like Jay-Z as a rapper, but if they said he do, I would be like, I don't know it. I don't put nothing past them. We don't know them. We do not know these people. You can't say that about somebody driving down the street. You would do that. Like what? Because they have jobs that are public. People act like we don't know these people. We don't know what they do. We don't know them. Period. So like, and then they're actors. So a lot of these people, like real professional actors, like so they're gonna once and say only stuff, dude. So like we gotta stop, like thinking we know them and stuff, like what they call it, parasocial, because we've been knowing their music or work or this or that, and we do that. Yeah, it's unfortunate when people do.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, of a man of that stature, and like, with your reputation, you know what I'm saying, and you got a lot of young folk that look up to you and
They
stuff
don't
like
be
that.
thinking about that. They think they can get away with it. If what you're saying, you got to think of a narcissist person's mind. That's the reason for them to do it. Because ain't nobody gonna do nothing. They beloved. They can get away with it. Who would believe? Who would believe you? I'm Will Smith. Who are you? That's the type of stuff they say. So when we do that, you're falling right into the trap. I'm not saying automatically believe accusers either. All I'm saying is I don't know them, and I don't know none of them.
Yeah,
I wait and read, and then I see, and that's what
wait for it to play out, basically.
basically, because I don't know these people. But this says Will Smith was accused of sexual harassment by Brian King Joseph in a lawsuit filed in LA just before the new year. It says Joseph, a professional violinist, alleges Smith was deliberately grooming and priming Joseph for further sexual exploitation. And the complaint against the actor says after his first performance with Smith in December 24, getting jiggy with his finger, allegedly hired Joseph to join his Based on the True Story tour, which I heard went horrible when nobody showed up. It says he claimed their relationship grew even closer after Smith offered him a chance to play on several tracks of the rapper's upcoming album. Smith and the plaintiff began spending additional time alone, with Smith even telling plaintiff that you and I have such a special connection that I don't have with anyone else, and other similar expressions indicating his closeness to plaintiff. Joseph allegedly joined the first leg. He ended up on the third leg. No, I'm joking. He said he joined the third leg as the beat. You ain't laughing at my joke, girl. Anyway, it say,
No, I was listening to you reading.
oh, while I'm reading on a separate note, here's a picture of the woman that got shot in Minnesota on the right here.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah, they in trouble. They shot a white woman. They in trouble, and they shot her in the head. All right. It says the violinist. Oh, wait. Say Joseph joined the first leg of the tour in March 25 in Vegas, where he was provided a hotel room booked by Smith and his team. He claimed no other individuals besides the crew and hotel staff would have access to his personal room. The violinist, who competed on America's Got Talent in 2018, claimed to place his room in his bag, which was left in a van responsible for transporting the cast and crew around. After a rehearsal at the venue, management allegedly spent hours retrieving the bag. What? When Joseph returned to his hotel room later that evening, he claimed to have discovered evidence suggesting that an unknown person had unlawfully entered the room. Joseph subsequently called hotel security. First of all, never leave in your bag in the room. But anyway, it says the evidence included a handwritten note addressed to plaintiff by name, which read Brian. I'll be back no later than 5:30. Just us, with a drawn heart. Stone F. The lawsuit states Stone F. Among the remain, that could have been a joke though. It was taken wrong, but who knows? I'm trying to be on both sides. I say
You trying to play devil's advocate?
I am, because I don't know, so I don't want to say.
I don't know either. That's why I'm trying to figure out. Like, look, if the mathing.
I know it say right here. Among the remaining belongings were some wipes. He said, "Wipe that booty, boy." He said, a beer bottle, a red bottle, a bottle of HIV medication with another individual's name, an earring, and hospital discharge paperwork belonging to a person unbeknownst to the plaintiff. What?
Joseph
feared that the unknown individual would return to his room to engage in sexual acts. It sounded like somebody went to the wrong room. The document said, and he immediately notified hotel security and representatives for defendant, obtained photo documentation, requested a room change, and called the local non-emergency police line to report the incident. Days later, Joseph and his team began blaming him for the incident rather than being protected against further assault and for attempting to understand plaintiff's complaint. Plaintiff was shamed by the defendant and told that he was being terminated. What? So this could be a wrongful termination or something. It's hard to prove Will Smith did that. He may have, but it's kind of hard to prove because that was gay though. To leave that. First of all, leaving HIV medication ain't no damn turn on. What the hell? Okay.
Oh my God, yo.
Yeah, man, woman, whatever. Trans. If leaving HIV medicine on the bed is like, ooh, yeah, we about to have a bloody mess. Like what? Anyway, it said when plaintiff requested further reasoning, Tim Miller, acting on behalf of the defendants, redirected the blame for the termination onto the plaintiff, replying, "I don't know. You tell me, because everyone is telling me that what happened to you is a lie. Nothing happened, and you made the whole thing up. So tell me, why did you try and make this up?" What? So he got pictures. What, he took pictures he took from somebody HIV medicine and put it on the bed and took. I mean, you never know. Maybe he did that to sue him. I don't know. I'm just trying to see what the hell happened. Let's see.
I mean, how old is this guy?
He don't look that old. He don't look that young. He's probably about 30. It says Joseph at the request of Miller. Oh, wait.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell are you going to be able to be grooming a grown-ass man? Like, I just don't understand. It's like the situation with the Diddy situation. When he went over there and you went back after the fact, even though you claimed that
Well, that's grooming, though. You kind of don't know what's happening. You thinking you having a good time, or they just like you, or they taking you shopping, or they buying you this, or they doing this. You don't know.
What the 50 Cent said. Don't exactly. If a man is offering you to take you shopping, come on now.
Well,
sometimes we got to use common sense.
Well, here's the thing, though. With some men, they never really chase women. So if you was a man that used to chase women in your younger days, you would pick up on that. Just like I don't like a man put his arm around me. Like that make me feel like your bitch. Like don't put your arm on my shoulders, bro. Like that's what I do to women. So when you do that to me, you make me feel like a woman or something. Because like when I be with women, that's what I would do. Or like if I was with women or something, I'd be buying them this or chasing them to get by them or take them or do this, make them happy, do this, so you can get comfortable or whatever, and you next thing you know. So if a man is taking you out shopping and buying you this and you that, what are you trying to do? Get up in you like a woman? Because that's what you do when you're trying to get a woman. Or like if I'm like, you my girl and I ain't heard from you in a while, I'm gonna hit you up. Damn girl, where you been? I ain't heard from you in a minute. You good? Okay, you ain't gonna call a brother. What's up? Now, if I'm talking to a dude, damn man, where you been? I ain't heard from you. Good? You ain't gonna call me? I've been looking for you, man. What's up? You talking to me like I'm one of your bras. Like, dude, I feel that the bra. Like, you talking to me like I'm one. Dude, who you talking to? You see what I'm saying? But if you ain't never really messed with women in life, you don't know that. Or if you there and you only talk in a straight way, you don't know angles of how men talk to women. So, like, dude talk to me like that. I mean, I have my time chasing women. I know what it's said and done and things. Dude, who are you talking to? Hold on. You know.
So let me ask you this: do you think that it's normal for another man to compliment another man?
What kind of compliment? About what?
I mean, like
You look
like
good.
back in the day, everybody used to say Billy D. Williams used to be, you know, that dude.
Yeah, that's cool. He's smooth. He's suave. A player. I wouldn't be like, you know, Billy D had good hair. It was really cute. I liked his smile. He could so it looked like he could kiss good. I'm sure the ladies enjoyed his kiss. Man, what the hell is you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Some people be just taking it too far. You know, some people need to have compliment etiquette.
Yeah, I can compliment men all day. Damn, that's a nice fit. Damn, them shoes is tight. Oh, you was balling in that game. You was on fire. You was in 3. Oh, that's a good idea. Damn, man, you pretty smart, man. How you come up with
You
that?
know what? I think they should stop the ass slapping in sports. For real.
My bad. I'm gonna slap ass.
Cause I think that's like borderline, like woohoo. I don't think that's comfortable. But they talking about, oh, that's like some kind of sportsman-like banter. How is that? And you slapping another man's ass?
Slap ass. I want to
And
slap
some of them be taking it too far. Like I seen one video, they had like a couple clips of certain sport athletes slapping each other on the butt, and sometimes they be actually gripping their butt like they a freaking woman or something. And I'm like, come on now, y'all got to stop.
I want to slap ass. I can't stop. I have to slap ass.
But because the tools you're using.
You don't want me to slap ass? Come on, you know I want to do it. You know I gotta do it. I want to slap the ass. Slap ass.
Oh, don't tell me you putting on Key and Pill.
Look. Let me slap that ass.
Slap ass over here.
No! You slap ass in front of my son. My wife was there. You slap ass. Slappy, you slap ass. Come on, Slappy. Come on, get your someone. Slap ass. Then he got a new teammate. He got a big old ass, and he pulled his pants down and started dancing. He's like, ah, ah, ah.
That's crazy.
Here you go, right here, the funny part. This is something for y'all to watch the whole thing later, but slap ass. He saw that big old ass. He almost had a heart attack. They're talking elefante in the room. No one to get slap ass. Elefante in the room. No one talk about it. Oh. Here we come right here. Big ass.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the squad, man. need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. Oh my God.
See what I'm saying?
You said, see what I'm saying?
This is the type of environment that they be in.
He said, gonna need a bigger boat. Look at here. He's gonna start dancing.
Look, he's sitting there like
all that ass, boy. That slap ass. Look. You gotta give me the slap ass. Anyway, got distracted.
Yeah.
Let me finish reading the rest of this before we get up out of here with this stuff, man. Because it was this actually is kind of weird. I don't understand what happened yet, to be honest. Minnesota. What really happened though? I still don't know. Damn, I lost it. That ain't it either. Oh man. No, that's the crackhead man. There you go. Got the damn tabs open. I think you can just put mute on your mic. I hear it messing up. You gotta leave though. We almost out of here. It's a I'm gonna read the rest of this. So here you go. It's a when the plaintiff requested further reasoning. I read that. He said, I don't know, you tell me you made this up. It say Joseph, at the request of Miller, compiled a timeline to explain the traumatic series of events that occurred that evening. However, following the plaintiff's report and termination, defendant hired another violinist to assume the same position on the tour. The hiring strongly suggested that defendant's stated reason for termination was pretextual. What? Pretextual. The facts strongly suggest that defendant Willard Carroll Smith was deliberately grooming and priming they call Will Smith Willard Carroll Smith II, was deliberately grooming and priming Mr. Joseph for further sexual exploitation. The sequence of events, Smith's prior statements to plaintiff, and the circumstances of the hotel included all point to a pattern of predatory behavior rather than an isolated incident, the lawsuit states. Defendant's actions caused plaintiff severe emotional distress, economic loss, reputational harm, and other damages. Plaintiff was also harmed as a result of the stress of losing his job. His health deteriorated, causing major physiological damage. Plaintiff suffered from PTSD and other mental illness as a result of the termination. Well, he got to put all that in so he can get the most money. That's the lawyer. You got to PTSD. Otherwise, they're going to be like, hey, you got fired. But let's see. It says Joseph filed his complaint after a $3 million lawsuit was filed against Jada Pinkett by a former associate. They both get sued. Oh, Bilal Salam. I saw him on Tasha P, I think. Salam
who's doing her?
Bilal Salam. He used to work for them. I think he was their chef or something, physical. He was something. He was on Tasha P. I didn't watch it, but I saw it said in that thing, in the headline or whatever, the title. And it came up on my thing when I was watching some other conspiracy. And I realized and what was happening. I didn't watch it though. It says Salam claimed Jada approached him with physical threats of violence and demanded he sign a non-disclosure agreement while at a private gathering at a movie theater in Calabasas for her husband's birthday in September 21. They be finding the right one. This dude, Bilal Salam, I mean, he's a large fellow, and he look a little sugary. And it seems like they be finding the right ones to intimidate. Not that I'm that bad or whatever, but if Jada Pinkett said she's gonna beat me up, I doubt she said that she got somebody to do it. They'd have got security or somebody to beat me up.
You know what? I wouldn't be too bit surprised if 50 Cent winds up doing the documentary on Will Smith ass. You know what I'm
That
saying?
ain't
Like, I would love to see that one, yo.
That's
I'd
funny.
be like, 50, you on your bag on this one.
Oh no, right? That's funny. As far as this situation, all right, as a complete outside looking in, giving you my thoughts, I will say I don't know what pictures and how much evidence he has, but I think he's gonna have a hard time proving Will Smith did that. Now, if he has like handwriting analysis, maybe, or if they got proof somebody else used the card to get that room or something, Will Smith card.
And where that medication come from?
And it was in somebody else's name, so you can't say it was Will Smith. They can say, hell, the hotel gave the wrong person, somebody else, rather, your card on accident. They came in and left that thinking they was meeting somebody else for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to hear more information before I can say yay or nay. Now, I will say I don't put it past anybody trying to groom somebody, because basically, I won't say grooming. Grooming is for children. So he's a grown ass man. He ain't grooming you. He's trying to hit on you. He's trying to woo you. Grooming is for children. You groom them to be comfortable sitting on your lap or play wrestle and stuff like that. Next thing you know, you got them taking off clothes and stuff. You know, that's why you don't let people do that with your kids and stuff, because they are getting them comfortable. They're grooming them to do another thing that they should. They can't just go and say, take your clothes off so they play this, or they'll spill some stuff on. Oh, it's okay. You know, we're friends. Take it off. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, for a man, you supposed to know, like, you supposed to have some type of, like, quote unquote gaydar. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be signs and little, things you're supposed to be checking out. You see if this is, like,
I don't want to diss a violin player, but he a violin player. I don't know. He got dreads. But that don't mean you hood. They blonde. Ain't no telling what the hell. He probably got nose rings and stuff and paint his fingernails. You know, people.
I mean, you don't know when a man is hitting on you.
I'm just saying, man. He probably don't know when a black man hits on him. As I don't.
Like, come on, like when you in these type of circles, man. Like, come on.
I don't know how
That's why you ever heard of that, what you call that, the casting chair?
Couch,
yeah, couch.
I don't know how a white man would hit on you. I'm guessing it's kind of square and corny. But hey, how you doing? Nah, but
can I touch your hair?
Can I touch your hair?
That was so beautiful.
That's what they say to black women once they go too line. Wait a minute.
No, that's not my real hair. That's Yaki.
Hey, that Hawaiian silk.
But it's still mine. I bought it, so.
I know that's right. Don't get it wet. Get wet. This is real hair.
Nah, that's just wet Yaki. Then you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, man, this stuff, boy, it's wild out there. Ben, I mean, I will say I've never had a man hit on me in my life. So
Never.
never had a man hit on me in my life. Never close. Not even close. And not that I'm like, oh, you better not. I be just minding my business. I mean, I think gay people know who they, you know what I mean? They may not, and you know, not that I'm, you know, this and that, but they probably can tell. Well, first of all, I ain't necessarily had a bunch of gay friends either. You know, I've known gay people, but we weren't hanging out. Or I didn't be in some places where I would probably be hit on. So that's probably number one. I ain't never been to a gay bar before. I remember when I was running a group home, I used to have a client that wanted to go to the gay bar. I would just drop him off outside. I wouldn't go. I just drop him off and pick him up. I wouldn't even go in because, like, I was at work. I ain't trying to be there with him no way. So, you know, but I heard everybody in the bar doing whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But like I said,
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple good times in a couple gay bars, men and women.
that's
You
what
know.
I've heard that. So, you know, and again, I ain't against it. I'm just pointing out maybe this is why I never got hit on too. Be in the places to be hit on. But women, I have hit on plenty of women. I like to flirt all the time too. But I may not be trying to get your number or something.
You know what? That's for men, though. Well, I can't say that, but I'm just saying the art of flirting is not really prevalent nowadays.
I damn near flirt with everybody every day. When I go over there to
I mean, it's scary to flirt because you know you're scared. You might say something and then they might take it the wrong way, or
I don't sit there long.
why you approaching me? What you say?
It ain't that deep. Like the girl, she was cute. She was getting some hot chocolate, and she said she just liked the powder or something. I said, "Oh, that's because you already love hot chocolate or something." Then I left. I went like, "Give me your number." I just said that. Then I was like, "All right, this is." So that was good enough for me. I ain't need to do nothing else. I'll see you again. I may have another comment, but that's about it. I don't want to be paying your bills and taking you out and all that. She'd be like, I didn't need that. I paid my own bill, this and that. See, we already started it off on the wrong foot, I guess.
Nah, like it be like certain people that you usually see on an everyday basis, like you know, if you see like a bus driver you usually see all the time, and you have this little friendly banter with each other, yeah. Or you go to the bank and you see this teller that you always see all the time.
They'd be
It
like,
just
hey,
makes
pretty lady, coming to get all
yeah,
that money,
right.
coming to cash that big old check, girl. Yeah, with that blue hair. I see you.
What's that big money?
When we going out for dinner? Nah, I wouldn't say that. But anyway, I do think that's fun. I like to make people laugh and smile. I even say stuff to guys, but I don't flirt with them, but I'll try to make them feel good. Like, oh man, look at you working out. Like I talked to a guy today at Steak and Shake, and he was like, "Hey man, I ain't seen you in a while." I'm like, "Yeah, I still come, but it be the young guy." He's like, "Oh yeah, they got me over here now. They don't have me in the window because I'm managing or something." I'm like, "Oh, moving on up." That's when he started rolling in. Then he smiled. So you know, I try to make everybody feel good, either a little or whatever. Like when I go to Taco Bell, I'm gonna let y'all steal this, and then you make people smile when you go to Taco Bell. When I go to Taco Bell, I say, you know, let me get my whatever meal. And then I say, hey, let me get 2 sugar balls. Let me get 2 sugar balls. Let me get 2 sugar balls. or say stuff like that. They be like, "What?" And they start laughing, or they say that, or whatever. It's always something I'm saying. Then I'll be like, "Yeah, man, I like my balls."
I'm like, man, I'm like, oh, here he come again.
Here comes sugar balls. This nasty old man. Drop him on the floor. I'll be like, man, why was my sugar balls crunchy? Sugar balls. Man, I want my balls sweet. I want 2 sweet balls. And yo, see, that's the thing. You can only go so far. I want to eat 2 sweet balls. They be like, what? No. What I mean is, anyway, I guess that joke don't work for everybody, but try it out. Make it an extra sauce pack.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, my usually spot, I usually go to Dunkin' Donuts. That's my spot. Well, it's Dunkin' now. It's not Dunkin' Donuts anymore.
It is Dunkin'. Oh, you think it's showing it to Dunkin'?
Yeah, it's Dunkin' now.
Because they got other stuff than donuts, but you know, that's right next to my house too. I always get the egg and cheese croissant, and they got good hash browns. See, I like breakfast, and see now it's no more breakfast. Like Chick-fil-A stop breakfast at 10:30, McDonald's at 10:30, and Taco Bell at 11. But Taco Bell be running out of breakfast food. I went there today and they at 10:30. And then I went to the other location and they don't even sell breakfast no more. I'm like, man, I just go over here.
No, you could go to a spot you could go to like 24 hours and get some good, decent breakfast food.
White Castle.
Who?
White Castle. Who?
No, man. I'm talking about some real breakfast food, like
Waffle House,
like diner style food.
Waffle House and Denny's. I used to go there.
Oh my God, man. I don't know why people be hyping Waffle House like that. It's not all that.
No, it ain't all that.
It's not all that. Like,
I do like my hash brown scattered, flap, tossed. Nah, but I get them with some onion. Sometimes.
Yeah, I get that. I just don't get the waffles. I don't think the waffles got any flavor to me.
Well, they give you a waffle and everything, so they all right. But I'd rather get 2 or 3 eggs scrambled with cheese or side up, and the hash browns with the onions and some turkey sauce, and then that's cool. I eat that, and then they give you the waffles anyway, which I'll probably eat the next day.
Yeah, I like IHOP.
Yeah, all them damn pancakes, but it's damn near the same thing.
No, I mean, I don't really care for the pancakes. They got some really good omelets.
Yeah, I ain't had an omelet from IHOP in a minute.
Like, they got this steak omelet, like this Southwest steak omelet. Oh my God.
It's good. I seen that on the menu. They put the little steak.
Yes, they put like the steak and the peppers and onions and the cheddar cheese. And I use like some little hot sauce on the side too.
I'm gonna tell you, I know Bambi. She lives in Indianapolis. Everybody else living in Indianapolis. It's a place called Art Skillet. They got the best omelets and breakfast. They got an omelet called the Sailor. They got crab meat, cream cheese, it's a little baby spinach. Man, that is so good. It's got like bolognese sauce poured on top.
Yeah, that sounds good. Where'd you say this place is?
Art Skillet. Man, my mother loved it. I took her there. She loves it, but I love it too, man. It's really good, really good. They call it the Sailor omelet. I get that damn near every Sunday after church. I gotta go and get my Sailor up and then get my omelet.
Yeah, and don't forget your toast. How you like your toast?
It depends on the food. It might get white, might get weak. But see, when you get there, you can get the omelet, and then you can get your choice of hash browns and potatoes, and then you can get pancakes, toast, or all kind of different stuff. They give you pancakes with it too. So you get a whole bunch of food, and that omelet with the pancakes is like $14.
That's not bad.
No, you know, with crab meat and cream cheese, and they got the hash browns and everything.
You know what else I used to like? Like, you ever went to? I'm pretty sure you ever went to Chili's.
Yeah.
You know them skillets that they used to have with the fajitas?
And it be sizzling coming out.
Yes.
You know the trick to that sizzling is I think they would put water on the thing, and it was so hot that would make it sizzle. I saw a video, and they were showing the trick to that. I was like, what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a trick to this presentation. I mean, the food is hot. It came off the grill, but to make it be crackling like it is when it's coming, they put a little water on that hot plate, and that make it like pop like that and steam.
Yeah. I mean, I be liking that. I mean, don't look. Trust me, that food do be hot. So you got to be careful when you handling that hot skillet.
Yeah, you got me wanting to go to Chili's. I ain't been to Chili's yet. Last time I was with Chili's, I was with my son's mama.
What?
That's a minute, all right? That's like 18 years.
Oh my God! I bet your Chili's be like, "Come on back, come on back."
Right. Sure, I ain't seen Chili's in forever. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose, like, cause you know, like Chili's, and then you got Applebee's. But the only thing I like about Applebee's when they be having them dollar margaritas.
Ah, okay. I ain't never. They do got a bar. I don't never get there. I used to get their wings, and I used to eat their steak until I started realizing what am I doing. I try to be cheap, eating their steak with the little shrimp and stuff on it, but I might as well just go to Longhorn and call it a day.
Yeah, Longhorn. Yeah, Longhorn got some good steaks and some good rolls too.
Oh yeah, Longhorn. Man. Damn, they prices went up though. I used to be able to get a T-bone with everything for like 25, and the last time I went it was like 37. That was like a month ago. It was like $37. I'm like, damn. I used to get
that's what I'm saying.
For 50. I used to get 2 for 50, one for me, one for my son. We go $50 for us.
Remember that restaurant back in the day called Sizzler?
Oh yeah.
Remember the Sizzler?
Yeah, we go in. I only been to Sizzler once though, and that was in Chicago. They didn't have a lot of Sizzler in Chicago, but I think Sizzler's still big in LA, in the West Coast.
They still open?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm about to look it up now. I believe Sizzler is still going strong in California.
Wow. I gotta know them. I gotta go all the way to Cali just to get some Sizzler.
I'm about to look it up. Yeah, Sizzler. That was I think that's still going. Let's say Sizzler. Let's see.
Sizzler near me.
Damn, look, they all on the West Coast. See?
Oh man.
They got one in, what is this? Puerto Rico? No,
Let me find out they got one in Puerto Rico.
No, that's Dominican over here.
Oh, on that side, okay.
I'm looking here down at the bottom. But yeah, they got a bunch down here on the West Coast, and then they got what is it? Nevada, Utah, Dang, sister. Sizzler. Custom.
Man, that look good. That baked potatoes. See, I would have mine with a bunch of cheese and cream and the sour cream and the little bacon bits.
It says Sizzler operates 73 statesides. Oh, that is Puerto Rico. Oh, now that I got it big,
Oh, so that is Puerto Rico.
Yeah. See, when it was smaller, I couldn't see that. I thought it was.
See, that's sad. They got one over there in Puerto Rico, but they can't even have one over here on the East Coast.
I know. Hell, they ain't got. Yeah, it's true. They barely. They got 73 restaurants though. But then across America, that's like almost half a million. Because for people to really know, you need at least damn near a few hundred. But they say they make stuff up. So we'll see. Say November 6th, journey further. We'll see, modernize the performance. Shit, they could have hired.
They need to bring an In-N-Out burger over here.
Man, the reason they say they won't allegedly is because it wouldn't be as fresh because of their pipeline or whatever. So who knows? Remy Rains, what's up, Remy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute.
Okay, hey Remy.
Yeah, say they got them. They got the sizzles out there, not as many as in the past, though. Yeah, man. Sizzler, boy. Yeah, they used to be good. I only went like once or twice, and then they left the Chicago area real fast. I still remember where it is though because it was on Stony Island, and they put another place like it's called BJ's there for a long time. It was similar to Sizzler, but it wasn't as good. And then I think there's something else there similar to like BJ's. They just kept putting places similar like Sizzler in that spot. But Malik the King, what's good, fam?
Now are you big on Olive Garden? Cause I know they got like the endless soup and salad and breadsticks.
I never partake in that part, but I always get the tour of Italy, which is perfect for me. So, because I love Italian food, and it's hard for me to pick what I want. And the tour of Italy is perfect because you get a little square of lasagna, a nice little square of lasagna. You get one little chicken parm patty with the cheese, chicken parmesan, and then you get some fettuccine Alfredo. So you get three. Normally I may eat the fettuccine and the chicken parm, and then for leftovers I eat that, lasagna the next day. I get 2 meals out of that.
See, with me, I would have to switch that fettuccine, and I would have to put some spaghetti and meatballs because they got some good meatballs there.
They do, and you can do that. You can switch it to spaghetti or get the side of spaghetti. It's like $2 or something. Yeah. All right, girl, we about to wrap it up, man. But I appreciate
All right, well, it's been nice talking to you and nice talking to the chat.
Absolutely, always, definitely appreciate it, and we'll see what happened with Will Smith. I don't know that case. I think he's gonna have to have some good lawyers. I mean, they saw it's Will Smith, so he may just settle out of court. Probably what they was hoping. It looked like he didn't do that. But I don't know how that's gonna turn out. We'll see. Kind of flimsy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's too many variables.
Yeah, to nail him down. And as you know, I ain't necessarily on Will Smith's side.
Yeah, but we got to see how this all plays out.
Exactly. So, all right, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, y'all have a good one. Appreciate everybody for coming through. And I hope everybody New Year started off right and keep it going that way. Peace and blessings. Be safe out there, everybody. Be careful, because like I started the show, we got Americans getting taken out, unfortunately, and we got to be careful out here, y'all. So, peace. Bottle of hair grease, and I'm out, y'all. Deuces.